So the theory this morning is I'm gonna fire up my little solar oven here, sun oven, and warm up some of my leftover red lentil chili. I was gonna say it's awful cloudy today, but just about the time those words come out of my mouth, the clouds parted, the sun came out, so may get enough heat in there to be able to do it. We'll see. Just took my little tarp off of it, and it was about 80 degrees or so, so we'll see if that rises up. I went in and grabbed some red lentil chili and some mashed potatoes out of the refrigerator, and just in that few minutes we're up to 160-ish, so that should be enough to warm this up. Looking good. Now if we can just keep the clouds out of the way of the sun. You know, some people say, well, why in the world would you waste time warming up your food in the solar oven? You just pop it in the microwave and be done in 40 seconds. And it could, but this isn't a bad way to spend a lazy Sunday. Laid in the hammock, food's warming for me, enjoying the fall breeze. We'll have my timer running for about 13 minutes. And let's see what temperature we're up to. If I can get zoomed in here. I'm blinding myself. It's like 240. Stuff's starting to warm up. Alright, well, temperature's about 200 to 20-ish. So I'm gonna grab my spoon that I forgot left over here at the Pathfinder. Crack the case on this little dude and see what the temperature seems like. The glass cover feels warm. Ooh, yeah, smelling good. Bowl's warm. Mix up the mashed potatoes here, see what the temperature is on the inside. Still a little cool on the inside of the potatoes. We'll stir them up good. Stir up the red lentil chili. Still a little cool, but definitely getting warm. They're coming out of the refrigerator. I'll batten down the hatches for a little bit longer. So I can't fuss too much because the Weather Channel did say that it's going to be 50% chance of clouds and a little bit of rain today, but we'll see. Maybe it'll part in a minute, get the temperature back up. With the cloud cover and me opening the lid to stir up the food, it dropped it down to, what's that, 160, 70. We'll see if that pops back up in a minute. And looking at the radar and looking at the sky, I think that's about all the bright sun I'm going to have for the next little while, so I think I'm going to crack the sky open and chow down on some food. Yeah, we're doing about 150 or slightly less right now. Yeah, plenty warm enough to eat. I'll fall over backwards. Doing pretty good. and it's warm all the way through. Delicious. I'm going to go have a seat in the hammock and enjoy this breakfast. I noticed setting the tarp up over the hammock, going over to old greenhouse stand, that got me up off the ground a bit and made it a lot easier to walk in and around it versus this one just going straight down to the ground. So now the theory, I'll try to use this old garden stake, go to that, and then use some paracord and tie off to it for, what do you call it, not outriggers, for a guy wire. And we'll see if I get it up a little bit higher, a little bit easier to get in and out of. Oh yeah, that definitely got me a little bit extra headroom there. Coming down to the stake with a little guy wire. Only problem is I've got about 10,000 rocks per square inch under this ground, so that's not stopped in too good, but maybe it'll hold. So I'm laying here in my hammock, eating my little meal, and there's ants crawling all over the tarp up above me. I don't know if they're falling out of the tree limbs down onto the tarp. Surely to goodness all these ants wouldn't have crawled across a tiny little strand of paracord. Maybe ants just really like green tarps.